It's the latest way to save on car insurance.
Our top story tonight, oh brother, Big Brother is at it again. More and more auto insurers are using big data to track drivers' habits from how fast they drive to how abruptly they brake. And drivers are saying yes because of the promise of big discounts. Here to weigh in, Lauren Fix, the car coach. Lauren, welcome back to the show. Great to have you here. So, look, every insurer in the country practically seems to be on board with this, from State Farm to Allstate, Progressive, you name it, all of these companies. Would you do this? Would you give up some of your personal data to get a discount on your auto insurance?
Well, personally, I wouldn't, because I certainly don't want everyone to know how I'm driving, because there are times that you can't control traffic. There are times that somebody hits the brakes hard in front of you, and all that is coming down to a rating. And that rating can impact your insurance by 30 to 50%. And, you know, that could be a good savings if you truly are a good driver and you don't mind giving up that information. But personally, I won't.
Pardon me for being skeptical, but my thinking is that people probably are really great drivers for the introductory period, and after that they go back to their old habits. Here's what they're monitoring. Let's take a look at this, because I think people are like, what are they looking at? I have no idea. Here's what's being monitored. Speed, miles driven, time of day, acceleration, deceleration, how hard a turn is being taken. So if you're going 90 degrees, 90-degree angle, how fast do you take it? They're not looking at things like seatbelt usage, which to me would seem to be important. The car's exact location, they say, and then speed relative to posted speed limit, which would also seem to be important. I just feel like this is such an imposition of the insurers into our lives, and I just hate the idea that they're over our shoulders, even when we're driving our cars. Isn't there some privacy issue here?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a Fourth Amendment they're definitely affecting our Fourth Amendment rights. But you know, it's interesting. People are saying, yes, you can connect into my onboard diagnostics. And it says in all the articles that you're talking about that we have no idea really where you're going. Then how can you tell me that it's a 40-mile-an-hour speed zone and I'm doing 50? You must know where I am. And that is a problem. Yeah. I guess someone's not telling the truth. You feel like the NSA. They actually kind of know where you are, but they tell you they don't know where you are.
Apparently everybody knows.
I drive performance cars, so... Yeah.
So you are doing the 50 and the 40. But as one who drives,
yeah, I drive performance cars, and you know, I have to say I do drive a little aggressively, so I would not put one in my vehicle. I do drive very safely, though. I would say that in most cases, for most people, if you're going to really be a safe driver, this could be an advantage. For me, it isn't. For most people that will get it, and you're right. They're going to play like little old grannies and drive real carefully for the short window of time, and then they're going to send back the module and go back to driving the way they want. And that's not right either, because what happens in the next accident? Then everybody's rates go up. Because remember, your rates are not just based on your driving and your tickets, they're also based on your credit scores.
Well,
and that is something people are unaware of.
Hang on here a second. Let me get in here if I could. So credit scores, you know, the contrary to argument to this is that credit scores used to be the basis for what you paid for auto insurance, right? And that's kind of unfair to people who may not make a lot of money and may have trouble managing their money, but are great drivers at the end of the day. So maybe this is a way for some people out there to get a better rate who actually do drive well.
Right. If you've got a clean driving record, you're someone, you know, you always follow the speed limit, you're not an aggressive driver, you don't drive a lot of miles, maybe you just go from point A to point B a few miles, take your kids to school and back, that will actually improve your rates. You'll actually save money. You can save up to 50% with some of the manufacturers.
You know, we already have these instruments in our cars, apparently, you were saying earlier to me. Why don't the insurers tap into that information already?
I don't think they're going to let you have that. 92% of cars on the road today, and we're talking everyday cars, Fords, GMs, Toyotas, have black boxes on these vehicles. Manufacturers use this data for recalls, technical service bulletins. They also are starting to give that information to NHTSA, which concerns me because they want to start taxing us by the mile, but that's a whole other subject. That information is not going to be shared with insurance companies. There is no way they would let that happen unless they were forced to do it by the government.
Wow, interesting stuff. Lauren, thanks for coming on tonight. Always great to see you.
Great to see you as well.
Now we want to know what you think. Here's our question tonight. Would you allow insurers to monitor your driving for lower rates? Log on to jerrywillis.com. Vote on the right-hand side of the screen. I'll share the results at the end of tonight's show. Auto insurance companies are monitoring everything you do behind the wheel in the name of lowering your rates, that is. Would you make that trade? Here's what some of you are posting on my Facebook page. Steve says the key phrase is for lower rates. The obvious answer is yes, but John disagrees. If you think any insurance carrier is doing something to benefit you, you are sadly mistaken. And we asked the question on jerrywillis.com. 21% said yes, 79% said no.